Ready? Play.
Yeah, I mean, let's head to the other two quarterfinalists. Bencic and Andreeva obviously have made it through. Andreeva could kind of be maybe compared to, well, I don't even know who, but basically going into Wimbledon, I think she had like one win in her last 4 grass court events, and she hasn't dropped a set making the quarters. Has she had a pretty easy draw? I would probably say so, but she already had a Wimbledon run in 23. And by now, when you're in the quarterfinals, I don't think she's really much weaker than any of the other players left.
Yeah, honestly, she's probably a contender for me for the title. Like after watching this today against Navarro, because I did think this would be a little bit closer. I mean, I definitely thought Mirra is just all around a better player, but and the way she was overpowering Navarro, how much of a gap there was in terms of their first serve potency, and then also like the cat and mouse points pretty much always went Mirra's way. She broke serve like 6 times. Like this was a pretty dominant 6-2, 6-3. Just like a little over an hour. Like there wasn't, and Navarro was able to extend rallies, make it kind of physical, get you into those tight 3-set matches. Like she was kind of hoping for some of that today, but Mirra just like didn't allow it at all. So and obviously the forehand slice works so well on the surface. Just the way she's able to redirect with her backhand line, and you don't really see it coming. So many times that caught so many times it caught Emma off guard, really. And then even on the second serve as well, and on the forehand, that's maybe where you could maybe try to rush her, but Emma doesn't really have that kind of power to do that right now. And Mirra was just really able to use her higher loopier forehands, get herself back in position, and then just find herself on attack again. So yeah, there's always a question of like how will she handle the occasion mentally, because in some of her losses recently, obviously that's been the bigger thing for her rather than the actual tennis and the parts of her game not working as well. So if we're going strictly based on the tennis, she's absolutely a title contender for me right now. Like I could see her not only getting to the final but even winning the tournament already.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty even between a few of these players in the bottom half for sure, or maybe even all of them. Sabalenka kind of stands as the big favorite in the top one, but she's in contention at least. I wasn't really honestly even aware of how poor her recent results on grass were. I knew of the 2025 ones, but I forgot she didn't have a win on the surface in 24. But knowing how she performed at Wimbledon when she was just in her breakout season in 23, I didn't really think much of it, to be honest. So yeah, even if she's had a pretty easy draw so far, definitely a player that from here on out will be dangerous no matter who she plays, really. And the player she is going to face, Belinda Bencic, today defeated Ekaterina Alexandrova. So, another one of these very dangerous, powerful flat hitters on grass. And Bencic, typically, she is known as a bit of an underperformer at the other slams. Although at Wimbledon, she was once very close to making the quarterfinals. 2 match points against Iga Swiatek. But it is still somewhat surprising that, right now, after such a tremendous career, this is where she makes her first quarterfinal at a slam outside of the US Open.
That was always crazy to me, that last stat, that she'd never done a quarterfinal outside of US, because she's been like way too good for that, really. So I was kind of waiting for a deep run somewhere, and now it's happened here. Obviously, she had a really good start to the year, but then since then got injured and then struggled with her confidence. And then here, like, she comes through and it makes sense, like on grass. Like we always remember the Swiatek match from 2 years ago where Iga had to save those 2 match points. And you watch that and you're kind of thinking like, yeah, she should be, making a Wimbledon quarterfinal at some point. And so now she is. This rivalry with Alexandrova is always really tight. It was like 4-4 coming in. And this again, when Bencic served for it at 5-3 in the second and didn't convert, that was one moment where you thought like, okay, Alexandrova is back in this, and is this going to be another repeat of 2 years ago? But honestly, Bencic's ability to just absorb the pace and just keep her opponents on the move, and the way she's also been protecting her second serve as well. Like it didn't get attacked as much as I thought it would at times, because it still looked kind of shaky in her third round, where yeah, like she had a really battle in that one, and she came through in a super tiebreak, and she was down like 2-4 in the third. So she very easily could have lost to Kochiro Red already. But the fact that she won this and broke right again to win the match, and then now she has a real shot at Andreeva. It's interesting. I wouldn't make her the favorite though in that match for sure, given how we've seen Mirra play right now. I would still back Mirra. I think she would have just too much game. But it's kind of interesting. We compare Mirra all the time to Martina Hingis, or a lot of people do, and like Bencic. Martina Hingis is a big influence for her too. I don't think they
Okay.
played yet, so.
I wasn't aware of the Andreeva Hingis comparisons being that popular, but fair enough. Yeah, I mean, Bencic obviously played just one match in the warm-up swing, was injured, lost to Alexandrova very heavily in that match. So to
Yeah, it was
beat
like
the
6-1,
same
6-2 or
opponent,
something when they played.
yeah, like 6-1, 6-2. Yeah, she to defeat her now, that kind of serves as a very nice, just like comeuppance or whatever. Also, I was thinking when Alexandrova had that game where she saves the 5 match points, I'm just like, okay, so in the warm-ups, Alexandrova lost after 11 match points against Mertens. How crazy would it be if now she does the same, but the other way around? Obviously, it didn't happen in the end, but yeah, Bencic knows very well how to like make all these power players suffer, redirect the ball from this low crouch that she goes into. And yeah, it's nasty to face on grass. I think if she was going to make that big run at a slam outside of the US Open, was going to be here or Australia, just conditions that fit that kind of game a bit better. And yeah, I mean, now she's going to take on Mirra Andreeva. Sounds very exciting. I think obviously not as kind of like 1 and 2 type of match like Samsonova Swiatek will be or Swiatek Tauson will be. That's actually kind of what I like about this bottom half as well. That Swiatek and Samsonova will just like take on each other in this big battle. Andreeva Bencic will be a little bit more of a chess match, and then these two styles will clash against each other. So I'm just sure that whoever wins out of Andreeva and Bencic will provide a very different challenge to the other semifinalists. And between them, yeah, I mean, like you said, I probably wouldn't make Belinda the favorite. I think over the course of the week, obviously, Mirra has performed a lot more, just consistently. But I can't say that that the assets that Belinda has cannot hurt Mirra. We still see her kind of like fall apart sometimes or get frustrated when she has to dictate a bit more, when she like has to go more like frontal offense, let's say. She lost to Magdalena Frank this grass court swing. I'm not saying Frank's and Bencic's game are that similar, but I guess there are some common points. So yeah, should be very exciting, and maybe this is going to be one of the better quarterfinals actually.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things. Thanks for tuning into this watch along.
My name is Clara Towson and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
I am Francisca George and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Susan Leemans and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom. Yeah.
My name is Zainab Sammaz and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hey guys, my name is Sasha Vickery and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Hi, my name is Lloyd Harris and I'm a friend of the show.
Perfect.
Hi, my name is Jan Faria and I'm a friend of the show.
Boom.
Yes.
Take one. Well done.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Paulini and I'm a friend of the show.
Wow, Jasmine, you got it in one time.
Ready? Play.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is in the world, wherever you're tuning in from. I welcome those of you tuning into the Mirra Andreeva, Belinda Bencic clash over on centre court, which has just got underway with Bencic serving at 15 love. Meanwhile, Samsonova gets a point on the Iga serve at 1-1. She is down a break. Do let me know your predictions in the live chat. Come on, says Iga. She sees that sail long. Bencic, 40 love up, 3 game points. .40-15 here, Iga. Bencic has held for 1 love, by the way. And she's held as well as Iga Swiatek as Samsonova goes long. Too many unforced errors right now for Samsonova. 5-2, one game away right now is Iga. Time to get the Bencic match up. Yes, so we've got Brenner in Newport right now. He's been talking to Watanuki and Manarino, talking about string tensions with Manarino and talking about Pepsi with Watanuki, of all topics. Who remembers the Pepsi incident at Indian Wells? So, Mirra Andreeva here serving. How are your nerves today, Mirra, as we get deeper and deeper in this Grand Slam? Samsonova is serving at 2-5, 15 love. Meanwhile, Andreeva is serving at love 1, 15 all over on centre court. And Andreeva goes long there. So maybe some early match nerves for Mirra, 15-30. Meanwhile, it's 30 love over on court number 1 with Samsonova up on Iga. But it does become 30-15. Iga there returning on the backhand side. Meanwhile, Andreeva has alleviated some of that pressure by winning the next point for 30-all. Good serve as well from Mirra down the tee. So it's 40-30 as Mirra tries to get her first game on the board to make it 1-1 if she can. She has a game point for that. Samsonova serving to stay in the first set. Really good return from Iga, and Samsonova can't deal with it. 30-all. Yeah, 2021 was the last year she didn't win a slam, right? She won 2 in 2022. Good serve there from Samsonova, meaning 40-30. So she has a game point for 5-3. It's just one break of serve right now, although the scoreboard, of course, does read 5-2 because Iga served first. Good forehand there from both players, actually. Oh, it's another error on the backhand side from Samsonova. And it's deuce. Mirra holds, by the way. 8 minutes on the clock between Andreeva and Bencic, and it's 1 game all. 37 minutes on the clock on court number 1 court. And Swiatek is 2 points away from winning the first set. Backhand error this time is coming off the racket of Swiatek, so it's game point for Samsonova. Deuce. Forehand run around here is going to be missed by Samsonova, and we're going to have a set point for Iga Swiatek. Game and first set, Iga Swiatek. Well, well, well. Did Iga win it, or did Samsonova lose it? A lot of errors there from Samsonova at crucial moments. So, Iga Swiatek leads by 6 games to love, and she will serve at the beginning of the second set. So over to Bencic and Andreeva to see if they can provide us with some entertainment for now. Indeed, 1 set away, says Snehil. It was a pretty swift set as well. just over half an hour. Okay, it looks like Yannick Sinner has been practicing this morning, albeit with his right arm in a bandage. As we can see here. Swiatek and Samsonov are taking a break at the end of that set, so they'll be back shortly. Meanwhile, Bencic is serving at 1-all 40-30. And it's going to be deuce on the Bencic serve. Indeed. So this game has been 4.5 minutes long. This Mirra Andreeva Bencic game at 1-all. Deuce. Bencic up and down. Forehand return. Forehand from Bencic. Loopy forehand there from Mirra Andreeva goes long. Meanwhile, we do have a end to that game, which has seen Bencic hold for 2-1. 14 minutes now on the clock. Just looking at some stats from the Swiatek encounter and looking at her return point hitting point. Might be something that Wim has said. Anyway, Mirra Andreeva to serve at 1-2. Swiatek and Samsonova are about to begin their second set. Samsonova can't deal with that serve. Okay, so Swiatek Samsonova 15 all. Meanwhile, Mirra Andreeva is serving at 1-2, 15 love over on centre court. Andreeva is the youngest player to reach the quarterfinal in the women's singles at Wimbledon since Maria Sharapova in 2005, both doing so at exactly the same age. That's 18 years and 62 days. So not just to the year, but also to the day. Of course, if Mirra had been a different side of the draw, she would have played yesterday and could have beaten that record by 1 day. But then she might have had to play Aryna Sabalenka, so maybe she'd rather play Belinda Bencic. She puts that forehand along, so it's 15 all. Meanwhile, Iga pretty happy with that winner across court with the backhand side. Goes down the tee. Backhand up the line from Samsonova's going to miss. It was a close call, but it does miss. So it means 2 game points for Iga Swiatek. Iga goes long, does she? No, she forces the error from Samsonova and holds. So, Iga Swiatek leads by 1 set and a game to love on serve at the beginning of the second set. On court number 1, on centre court, Mirra Andreeva has 2 game points to make it 2 all. Bencic is going to win the next point, though, so it's 1 game point for Mirra. I think I'm right in saying that Bencic has never been in a Grand Slam semi-final, which for someone of her talent is outrageous. So still 1 game point here for Mirra, but it's going to be a second serve for Bencic to look at 40-30. Forehand to forehand right now. Mirra goes up the line. Can Bencic get a racket on that? She can. Drop shot here for Mirra is not going to work, so it's deuce. She was well up in that rally. Talking of being well up, Iga is a set to love up, and it's love 15 on the Samsonova serve, with that volley at the net being put away by Iga. Ooh, net cord again. Remember that net cord that Iga did really well to deal with in the previous game. Oh, a net cord this time goes the way of Iga. Super lucky Iga Swiatek. Net cord, and it's love 30 now on the Samsonova serve. 2 games all. Mirra holds, by the way, from deuce. And Samsonova's going to miss her first serve. It's going to be a double fault from Samsonova. We're going to have 3 break points here for Iga Swiatek. Samsonova looking troubled right now, as do her team. What do you mean, where am I, Jake? I'm a bit confused. Where is John, guys? Can you not see me? And Iga Swiatek gets the break. She leads by a set and 2-love here. A real stranglehold on this particular encounter. Jake, do let me know if you can't see me for some reason. Can you hear me all right? That's the most important thing, but... Oh, okay, Jake. Yeah, I was... I just took myself off camera while I had a sandwich. Anyway... tell you someone else who might be taking themselves off camera pretty soon, and that's Samsonova, as she walks off the court and a straight sets lost to Iga Swiatek in the quarterfinals of a Grand Slam at Wimbledon. But we'll see. Love 15 here as Iga puts a backhand into the net. Meanwhile, Bencic and Andreeva are at 2-all, 30-15 on the Swiss serve. I was tempted to say Swisses, and I guess that might be the correct terminology, but you get the point. Bencic serving 2-all, 30-15. Swiatek serving 6-2, 2-love. She leads here on court number 1. But it is going to be a second serve for Samsonova to look at love 15. Backhand return from Samsonova is good. She's on the attack. She's pushing Iga out onto the forehand side, and Iga goes long. Love 30. My coffee is done. So if anybody is watching this in Bonn or listening, and you're passing near the main station, do feel free to drop off a coffee for me. Love 30 here, Swiatek on her serve. Second serve for Samsonova to look at. 52 minutes on the clock. Bencic 3-2. The misplaced ball toss from Iga. How often have we seen that before? Forehand return is pretty good from Samsonova. Now it's on the backhand side. She's a bit tentative right now on that backhand side, isn't she? Nice looped up. Oh, it's the forehand this time that lets Samsonova down. 15-30. Iga on the attack, but no, Samsonova, forehand winner. 15-40, 2 break back points for Samsonova. Swiatek down the tee, backhand return, forehand from Iga, low net clearance there from Iga. That's slightly unusual. Much higher there, and Samsonova on the backhand side can't deal with it. 1 break point saved, 1 to go from Iga Swiatek's perspective. Nice backhand winner down the line there from Bencic over on center court. Mirra Andreeva serving at 2-3, 15-all. Good to hear from you, Jake, and good to hear the news about the apartment. Iga forehand down the line. Iga forehand cross court. Iga forehand cross court. Iga, ooh, chalk flew up there. Iga Swiatek saves another break point. No lacking in bravery there on the depth. Another break point for Samsonova as Iga Swiatek nets. Meanwhile, Mirra Andreeva is 30 all on her serve. 2-3, 30 all. Iga misplaced ball toss, as is her wont. Second serve. First serve goes long. Mirra Andreeva has a game point now for 3 all. And she holds with a winner. So 3 all over on centre court. Forehand return from Samsonova goes into the net. Second serve return there. And it's deuce. Backhand return from Samsonova's got good depth on it. Backhand to backhand exchange right now. And it's Iga who errs, putting a backhand into the net. She was on the stretch, but still. Andreeva Bencic locked at 3 all in the first set. A couple of double faults from Mirra thus far. From 3 service games. We'll want to get that ratio down, you would imagine. Meanwhile, break point again for Samsonova. I think it's the 4th of the game. Iga clips the net and goes long. So second serve once again on break point for Samsonova to look at. Last time she dumped the return in the net. What is she going to do this time? Backhand return is also into the net. Disappointing Samsonova. This will be the game. If she doesn't win the match, if she doesn't win this set, which will obviously mean not winning the match, this will be the game that she reflects on, possibly in her press. Swiatek clips the net, lands it in, so it's still another first serve. Meanwhile, Bencic, 3 game points for 4-3 on centre court. Andreeva returns long, so it is 4-3 Belinda Bencic at the change of ends. Swiatek serving here deuce, 2-love. She leads by a set and a break, but she's been under pressure on her serve here, but that's a lovely backhand winner from Iga. So game point, Iga Swiatek, as every now and again, we look at the Kust clan in the crowd. Coffee at Manila, says Alfredo. Mirra will prevail. Well, we will see. We will see. Time will tell. Iga Swiatek holds for 3-love. Huge development there on court number 1. So, 6-2, 3-love. Iga Swiatek with 1 foot in the Wimbledon semifinals. Meanwhile, Bencic is love 15 on the Mirra Andreeva serve. Do hit that like button. And of course, if you are new to the channel, please do hit subscribe. Mirra Andreeva, by the way, gets to 30-15. And Samsonova staring down the barrel right now. She's down 6-2, 3-love on court number 1 against the number 8 seed. Yes, the number 8 seed, Iga Swiatek. Meanwhile, Andreeva has 2 game points for 4-all. $15-all here on the Samsonova serve. Andreeva does indeed hold, having lost the first point. So she gets to 4-all. $30-15 now, Samsonova. Samsonova's bidding to win her first match against a top 10 opponent at a Grand Slam in her 4th encounter. So she's never beaten a top 10 player at a Grand Slam before. Well, she's got 40-15 on her serve here as Swiatek dumps a return in the net. First serve goes down the tee, clips the net. Game point here for Samsonova for her to get on the board. Meanwhile, let's get Bencic for all they are. Game point here for Samsonova. Nice return there from Iga. Ooh, Iga puts a forehand into the net. And it's a game for Samsonova. Meanwhile, it's also a game for Belinda Bencic on center court. She leads 5-4. So when Mirra returns to the court, she will serve to stay in the first set. Lots of support for Mirra in the live chat, by the way. A Mirra Andreeva Iga Swiatek semi-final would be pretty cool. Good depth there from Samsonova. Swiatek thinks it went out. Do hit that like button, by the way, if you are new to the channel. If you haven't already done so, please hit subscribe. Run around forehand return for Bencic there. And Mirra errs, so it's love 15 on Mirra's serve. And it's love 30 on the Iga Swiatek serve. Samsonova's had some break points on the Iga serve already in this serve set. She had 4 of them actually in one game. Automatic line calling, of course, or electronic line calling in play at Wimbledon this year for the first time. Good depth there for Iga. Really pushing her opponent all around, but she's missed the forehand, Iga Swiatek, and it's love 40. Meanwhile, Bencic, Andreeva, 15 all. Yeah, getting them, Jake, has been really tricky during Wimbledon for the watch-alongs. Anyway, it is what it is. Damien and Vanch are going to be doing one of the men's quarterfinals today. Whichever one is the longer one, if that makes sense. So the one that starts second in almost certainty. Good forehand winner there from Swiatek, 15-40. Meanwhile, Andreeva 40-15, 2 game points for 5 all. And she holds 5 all. Meanwhile, Swiatek 15-40 on court number 1. Into the body with the backhand return there. Iga, good depth on the backhand there. Iga, cross court Iga. Now forehand, Iga Swiatek into the forehand of Samsonova. Iga Swiatek here, going forehand to forehand, toe-to-toe with her opponent, pushing her around, but Samsonova's dealing with it right now. Samsonova's dealing with it, but she can't deal with that. Forehand winner, Iga Swiatek, 30-40. Ooh, yeah. Andreeva just missing that shot. Cool, good depth again from Iga. Iga just cranking up the pressure on this point, but she is under pressure in herself in that she's trying to save a break point here. And she's missed the forehand. Samsonova breaks and we're back on serve. Meanwhile, Bencic, 5 all, 15 love. Was that the wind or what? Anyway, 15 all. So, well. Bencic here, 5 games all, 15 all. Business end of the first set. 5 all. A break now would be significant for sure. Mirra Andreeva here against Bencic. Bencic with a backhand into the backhand of Mirra Andreeva. Backhand down the line from Bencic. Mirra Andreeva defending well. That drop shot's not going to work from Bencic, but she's going to go for the lobbies. Bencic. Andreeva gets it back into the court. We're neutral in the rally. What a crazy rally this has been. Now it's on the forehand of Mirra. Forehand from Bencic. Backhand from Andreeva cross court. Bencic goes long on the backhand side. Fist clenched, pumped. Andreeva 15-30. As we see Bencic practicing. Remember, he's coming up against Jannik Sinner on court number 1 when Iga Swiatek and Samsonova are done. Jannik Sinner has been practicing today, albeit with a strapped elbow, heavily strapped. 15-30, Bencic here, serving against Mirra Andreeva for a place in the Wimbledon semi-final. Goes down the tee, forehand return, forehand from Bencic. Nice, winner. I'm loving this Shelton Draper tension, by the way. Those very sensitive Brits just need to chill. Just need to chill. Forehand from Swiatek into the forehand of her opponent, but it's a forehand winner down the line from Swiatek. Love 15 on the Samsonova serve. Meanwhile, 30 all. Bencic misses on the backhand, goes into the net. 30-40, break point, Mirra Andreeva. I feel like it's the first break point of the match, which is pretty wild, given that we are at 5 all. 10 service games without a break point. Okay, Bencic down the tee, lands in. Backhand Bencic, forehand from Mirra Andreeva. Mirra Andreeva on the defense, but she can turn defense into attack so well. Now she's moving Bencic around, but Bencic goes cross-court with the backhand. Out wide is Mirra Andreeva, and she can't deal with the backhand slice. She can't deal with her own backhand slice, I should specify, as it sails into the net. Deuce. Conchita Martinez watches on, a former Wimbledon champion herself. Meanwhile, Samsonova serving 30-15. So, some interesting moments in both of these matches. It's Samsonova serving at 2-3 in the second set, 30 all. Bencic serving at 5 all in the first set, deuce. What are we going for? A Kaboli straight sets win today? Nice return there from Mirra. Forehand from Mirra. Forehand from Bencic. I felt as though Mirra Andreeva should have done better with that previous forehand. They're cross-courting it right now on the backhand side. Mirra putting a slice over the net. And this time it's Bencic who errs with a backhand into the net. And we've got another break point for Mirra Andreeva. Meanwhile, Samsonova into the backhand of Iga. What a great return from Iga Swiatek. 30-40. Break point for Iga for a 4-2 lead. Imagine Ghosty traveling all the way from the US to see you, Jake. He knocks on your door, his suitcase is there, pouring down with rain, and you hand him a few cold ones and then close the door on him and say there's a hotel around the corner. Right, forehand return here from Iga. No, going to be another serve because it clipped the net. So it's another first serve for Swiatek. Bencic saves that break point, so we're back to deuce as we approach 2:30 local time. Bencic, game point for 6-5. Samsonova, 30-40. Where are you going with this serve? Backhand return from Iga. Decent depth on it. I have found the movement of Samsonova a bit lacking at times today when Iga's got these really tricky shots into the feet, for example. Backhand cross court here from Samsonova's good, really good, and Iga can't deal with it. That's one of those that she'd love to have slid into on clay, but not able to do that on grass. Deuce. Meanwhile, Bencic holds 6-5. Change of ends. So Bencic saves 2 break points in that game. And now it's Andreeva who's going to have to walk the tightrope. 5-6 when they return. Swiatek Samsonova at deuce. Second serve here for Iga Swiatek to look at. Double fault, Samsonova. Talk about bad timing. Yes, I think Iga would prefer Bencic than Mirra in the semis. Someone that she's beaten on grass before. Good serve down the tee there from Samsonova, and Iga can't deal with it. Deuce. By the way, the net point or the net queens at Wimbledon thus far are Bencic and Andreeva. They have the highest winning percentage at the net of all the quarterfinalists. 74%. Samsonova here, very much a baseline, a deuce. Backhand return from Iga, backhand from Samsonova, backhand from Iga. Lovely backhand there from Iga. I tell you what, how difficult was that backhand that Iga executed there? Clipping the line, Samsonova couldn't deal with it. She dumps it into the net. Advantage Iga Swiatek. Why do we say dump into the net and sail long? I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. Sail, right? Dump. Because I said, the reason I thought of that is because I said earlier sails into the net, but I'm not sure it really should say sail into the net. But whatever, fire me. Bencic firing that, 15 all. Mirra Andreeva, 5-6. Double fault for Mirra, by the way, 15 all. Double fault Samsonova as well. 2 in that game from her, handing the initiative back to Iga Swiatek as Swiatek leads by a set and a break once more. 2 games away from a Wimbledon semi-final. Lovely return there from Bencic, by the way. She's got 15-30 now on the Mirra Andreeva serve. Just reading some of the comments here. Kanye Ngosi says, whoever. Kanye Ngosi, could you please hit the like button? And if you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe. Who is Mary Berry, Ghosty? I have no idea. Sorry. Return dumped into the net from Samsonova. 15 love, Iga. She has led by a set and 3 love. But Samsonova held and then broke back. But then Iga got the re-break and now leads 4-2 in this second set. And now it's 30 love for Iga on her serve. By the way, Andreeva has a game point to force us to a tiebreak over on center court. I don't think you feel great though when it sails long either.
Oh, Ghosty, what are you doing watching British TV? Oh, they have that on. I guess they have it on American TV, do they? I still don't know who she is. But a pretty good name for a cooking show, no? Barry? Iga Swiatek is the youngest player to reach 12 Grand Slam women's singles quarterfinals since Maria Sharapova at the 2008 Australia. By the way, everything seems to be the youngest since Maria Sharapova right now. Bencic, by the way, and Mirra Andreeva are going to go into a tiebreak. 6-all, of course, as all tiebreaks are. Talk about nominative determinism there, Ghosty. Not very often I get to use that expression. Okay, Iga Swiatek here, seeking to hold 4-5-2. Oops, forehand slice there from Iga goes into the net. Bencic coming into the net as well, by the way, but she's not going to have to deal with that issue because I think it's going to go long from Mirra Andreeva. It was a good attempt at the lob, but it does go long. 1-0 Bencic in that tiebreak. Kanye loves the 2. I see in terms of who'd rather win between Andreeva and Bencic, I guess. How many likes are we at, by the way, on the Bencic Andreeva stream? Let's get to 50 likes as soon as possible. Ace down the tee from Andreeva, 1-all. Probably the serve is one of the biggest improvements for Mirra this season. Samsonova wins the next point for 40-30, by the way. Once this game is done, we will definitely focus on the tiebreak. We may even focus on it a little bit sooner, given depending on how long this game between Samsonova and Iga goes. Nice forehand cross court there from Samsonova. Samsonova is feeling the ball much better now. Deuce. Some interesting comments there from Kanye. Unreturned serve there. That was from Bencic, so it's 3-1. Maybe my name should have been John Taxi Driver. I read math there, Jake. I thought you were going to all American English on us there and talking about some school kids doing math. Double fault, is that from Bencic? It is. So handing the initiative away, or at least they're back on serve in that tie break. Double fault, Iga Swiatek. Break point for Samsonova. Oh, Mirra Andreeva's missed that backhand. How did she do that? 2-4. I like Barbie tea and toast. Although I'm not sure that would work on the bake-off because you can bake berries in a pie, right? But you can't put tea and toast in a pie and bake it. Oh, Samsonova going long there on that return on break point. Again, her returns on the break points have been extremely frustrating from her perspective. Anyway, 2-4, Andreeva serving here in the tie break. Oh, what a serve that is from Mirra. 3-4, 4-3, over to you, Bencic. Good timing for me to compliment her serve, right? I don't want to see the rain today. I know we've got roofs on both of these courts, but I don't want to see the rain. Advantage Samsonova, another break point in this game. Meanwhile, Bencic serving 4-3, goes down the tee, forehand return, backhand from Bencic into the backhand of Andreeva. Cross court, wonderful forehand. Bencic, Mirra Andreeva stretching every sinew but cannot get it. Yesterday, Ghosty, it was Siegerman, and we saw how that panned out. So let's ease off on those takes just for now. And I know you're slightly tongue-in-cheek, but, you know, she might. And Bencic, by the way, winning Wimbledon probably, in fact, no, definitely, is far less wild than Samsonova. By the way, return of serve from Andreeva goes into the net, and we've got 3 set points for Belinda Bencic. What a return of serve from Samsonova, and she breaks 4-3. Wow. Sigmund was robbed, says Ghosty. Or did she rob herself in an act of self-sabotage? Anyway, back on serve between Swiatek and Samsonova. Mirra Andreeva is facing 3 set points. Down the body of Bencic. Bencic backhand. Forehand from... Oh, it's gone in the net. And Bencic has won the first set by 7 points to 6. A forehand, which looked rudimentary for Mirra Andreeva. That's why I was kind of distracted. And then suddenly I was like, oh, Bencic has won the set. Wow. She wins it by 7 points to 3. They were on serve at 3-2. But Bencic gets to 4-2 at the change of ends. What is that? I'm just reading some German. Just need to get that in English. Oh, I think Fabio Fognini has confirmed his retirement. Let me just confirm this for you. I think Fabio Fognini has confirmed his retirement. I'm going to see if I can confirm it for you. Yes, Mr. Kust, no less, taking a timeout from the family gathering he has at Wimbledon today with his Polish cousins, and says Fognini was going to play until the end of the season, but decided to retire instantly after Wimbledon instead. Well, not quite instantly, because it's like 9 days since he lost that 5-setter with Alcaraz. I would have liked it if he did a mic drop then, actually. Anyway, Damien says he doesn't hate it. Would have been tough to find a similarly glamorous moment and a better representation of who he was as a player than his 5-setter against Alcaraz. Of course, he's the person who's pushed Alcaraz most right now. Anyway, Samsonova is serving 15-love, 3-4, after the longest rally of the match at 13 shots. So we've not had that many long rallies today. 13 shots is the longest so far. Hugh Grant there on centre court, chatting to Camilla Parker Bowles, it would seem. I'm telling you, Samsonova is feeling that ball right now. And I don't mean picking it up and rolling it around in her hands. Backhand winner there from Mirra Andreeva to start the second set. How she could have done with that during the tiebreak. Drop shot Mirra Andreeva. 30-love. Meanwhile, 3 game points for Samsonova. Oh, Iga Swiatek, forehand winner down the line, 40-15. Backhand into the net from Swiatek, and Samsonova holds for 4-all. Meanwhile, over on centre court, Bencic wins the first set by 7-6. Mirra Andreeva serving at the beginning of the second set, leads by 30-15. Oh, Andreeva at the net. Wow, excellent reactions, 40-15. Hour and a half now for this Samsonova-Swiatek encounter. Still no coffee, by the way. Somebody in Bonn, please bring me some coffee. Oh, Bencic nearly pulling off the lob of the decade there, but it just missed. So Andreeva holds at the beginning of the second set. Swiatek here, 4-all, 15-love. Backhand return to the backhand of Iga. Forehand cross court from Samsonova. $15-all. Bencic serving at love, 1-15-love. Bencic is making her 35th Grand Slam appearance. Her previous best result was the semi-final in 2019 US Open, losing to eventual champion Andreescu. That's answering a question I posed earlier. I wasn't sure she'd been in a Grand Slam semi-final before. But she lost to Andreescu in 2019 in the semis. Of course, Andreescu beating Serena Williams in that final. A series of finals that Serena lost as she tried to reach 24 slams, is it, I think? But she kept losing those finals. Backhand into the net from Samsonova. 30-15, Iga Swiatek. Meanwhile, Bencic is at 30-love. She's on the defense. Andreeva is attacking and smashes there, really boosting her stats in terms of her net play today. 30-15. Just like it is 30-15 here between Swiatek and Samsonova. 4-all in the second set. Yazda, that was clear. 40-15, 2 game points for Iga. If she was to hold here, I think she might just do it. Because Samsonova's been under pressure on her serve throughout the match. Nice ace, Iga Swiatek. That's good timing. 5-4 she leads. When Samsonova returns to the court at 4-5, she'll be serving to stay in the match. Just watching the rally here between Bencic and Andreeva at 30-15. $40-15 now, Bencic, as Andreeva puts that forehand slice into the net. Samsonova is closing her eyes there and thinking, I need to Blumenwell hold serve. Oh, this is a good question from Millhouse. What happens first? Mirra Andreeva wins her first Grand Slam, or a WTA player gets her 7th, obviously not named Venus Williams. So Samsonova here, 4-5, 15 love. $15 now. 3 points away, Iga, from victory. Forehand return. Forehand cross court. Forehand from Iga. Forehand from Samsonova's good. Iga can't deal with it. 30-15. And Iga can't deal with that either. 40-15. Nerves of steel right now from Samsonova. Second serve here for Iga Swiatek to look at. Forehand return is decent, but Samsonova deals with it well. Iga on the backhand here. Forehand from Samsonova goes into the net. 40-30. Iga really being pushed out of the court right now, but great depth from Iga. Oh, she doesn't want to come into the net, does she? And Samsonova holds 5-all. Mirra wins her first slam, or someone. I'm going to go with Mirra winning her first slam, but I'm not giving it a huge amount of thought right now. But it's a good question. I guess Iga obviously is pretty close to winning her 7th, as is Sabalenka. Sabalenka has 3 slams, I'm going to say. 2 Australian, 1 US. Iga has 4 French, 1 US. So she's 2 away. Yeah, let's go with Mirra winning her first. Meanwhile, Swiatek Samsonova at 5-all. What was that? I missed that. Did she just get a time violation? Just a second. What was this? Yeah, she did. Wow. It's unusual to get it at this juncture, I would say. Or certainly the beginning of a service game. Wow, love 30 now on the Iga Swiatek serve. Wow, wow, wow. Meanwhile, what's going on with Mirra Andreeva? She's 1-1 game point. Love 30 here on the Iga Swiatek serve. Backhand cross court into the backhand of Samsonova. Backhand Swiatek. Forehand Iga into the forehand of Samsonova. It's going to go long, 15-30. By the way, I haven't seen Daria Abramovic in the Swiatek box during Wimbledon. It's an interesting absence. Backhand return here from Bencic. So Iga was leading, by the way, set and 4-2. Nice forehand winner there from Iga. 30-all. Set and 4-2, and you thought it was done. Samsonova was like, no, no, no. Andreeva and Bencic in an epic third game. They've had several deuces here. Andreeva serving at 1-all. Swiatek switching to English there with a come on. 40-30 game point for 6-5. Second serve here for Samsonova, though. Bencic erring there with a backhand cross court, so it's going to be a game point for Mirra Andreeva once more for a 2-1 lead. Oh, Samsonova. Oh, Iga Swiatek on the defense, but whipping that right hand forehand cross court. And there's Daria. Sorry, Daria, I hadn't seen you before. Wow. Big hold that one from love 30 down for Iga Swiatek. Mirra's serve is looking shaky, says Ghosty. Well, she does hold for 2-1. Yes, indeed, Ghosty, indeed. How's it going between you and Jane, your estranged YouTube chat partner? Okay, Samsonova here. Another tightrope for her to walk at 5-6. Very good, Ghosty. So 5-6 here. Samsonova serving. Backhand return from Iga. Forehand from Samsonova. Beautiful forehand winner there. 15 love. Damien is definitely doing one of the two men's semi-finals. Just don't know which one right now. Anyway, Bencic here, 1-2, 15 love. Samsonova, 5-6, 15 love. But she is serving to stay in the match. And that drop shot is not going to make it over the net. So it is 15 all. Huge point here. Huge point here. Oh, Iga Swiatek! That was almost in slow motion, that forehand winner. Samsonova just stopped. I mean, I guess it was a long way out the court she was there. Anyway. 15-30. Iga Swiatek now 2 points away from a place in the semi-finals. Oh, make that 1 point away because Samsonova, just like she did so often in the first set, has erred on the backhand side. So, 2 match points for Iga Swiatek. Forehand return. Forehand from Samsonova. Backhand looped up from Swiatek is going to land out. Clenched fist alert for Samsonova now. 30-40. Still a match point. 30-40. Samsonova, where are you going to go with this serve? You are going down the tee. Forehand return is pretty good from Iga Swiatek. She's done it with a forehand return winner. Well, well, well. Take a bow, Iga Swiatek. You are into your first Wimbledon semi-final. And what a crazy year she is having. She goes further or equals her best appearance at a Grand Slam, at the Australian Open, by reaching the semi-finals there. She then has a very, very underwhelming clay court season by her standards, where she doesn't even make one clay final. She's never been beyond the quarterfinals at Wimbledon before, and here we are. She's in a Wimbledon semi-final where she'll play the winner of Mirra, Andreeva and Belinda Bencic. Samsonova trudges off court. She had her chances today, and she was holding her serve and her nerve okay at the beginning of the match. She does sign autographs for players there. Be interesting to get the stats up momentarily, but also we'll hear from Iga Swiatek shortly. She's into her first ever Wimbledon semi-final. What a crazy year she's having. She's reaching so many semi-finals. Semi-finals at the French Open, semi-finals in Australia, semi-finals now at Wimbledon. I think she made the semis, I'm going to say, in Indian Wells as well. Semis in Stuttgart, I think. Do correct me in the live chat if I'm wrong on any of these semis. Anyway, she's through. She says, shh, to the camera. I don't know. I think she was taking something. I don't know what. Maybe some Wimbledon apparel. She wraps a towel around herself, which doesn't have any Wimbledon signage on it. But yeah, she's through. Straight sets, 6-2, 7-5. She is about to give her on-court thoughts. So we'll get those. 1 hour and 49 minutes, a pretty lengthy straight sets win for Iga. That second set.
Congratulations. It seems strange to say to a 5-time Grand Slam champion, but for the first time you were through to a Wimbledon semi-final. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Yeah, honestly, it feels great. Even though I'm in the middle of tournament, I already got goosebumps, after this win. So I'm super happy, super proud of myself, and I'll keep going.
Now you have a great record here at Wimbledon. You're a junior champion, but since then there's an idea that you have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the grass. Surely at this stage it's becoming a bit more love.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I really enjoy playing this year, and hopefully it's going to last as long as possible. But yeah, I for sure feel like I really worked hard, to progress here on the surface. So this year I feel like I can just work with it and work with myself. So I'll just keep doing that, and it's really a pleasure also to play in front of you guys. So thanks for the support.
You got through to the semi-final in straight sets. You played some incredible tennis out here today. The good news for you is that there's a big battle going on in centre court because it's a tight turnaround. You have to play your semi-final tomorrow. So what do you do to get ready for that?
Well, for sure it's a different rhythm, than usually what we have on Grand Slams. I think I only played twice like that, so I'll just recover today, try not to celebrate too much, but already focus on the next one, prepare in the evening, and I'll be ready tomorrow.
Very well done today. Put your hands together for Iga Swiatek.
There you go. Hands together for Iga Swiatek, who's into her first Wimbledon semi-final. As Jose Morgado here tweets, first Wimbledon semi-final, 5-time Slam champ Iga Swiatek defeats Samsonova 6-2, 7-5. It's her 9th Grand Slam semi-final, but first at Wimbledon. And she has now reached the semi-finals in all of the majors this year. So, Iga Swiatek, congratulations. Next up, of course, on this court is going to be Sinner against Shelton. Let's have a quick look at the stats from this straight sets win, which was a pretty crazy second set where Iga, of course, was leading by a set and 4-2 before she got broken back, kind of semi out of nowhere. I mean, Samsonova was threatening the Swiatek serve and then did get a couple of breaks in that second set. But when you get to 5-all, and by the way, she was at 5-all, love 30, you were starting to think, okay, here we go. We're going to a fifth, but no. Anyway, 6-2, 7-5, Iga Swiatek winning this over Samsonova. Let's have a quick look at some of these stats. Of course, on Wimbledon day 10, it's a straight sets win. Iga and Samsonova pretty even in terms of how often they were in attack. 23% for Iga and Samsonova at 22%. 3 aces off the racket of Iga. Some of those were really timely towards the end of the second set there. 3 double faults from Iga Swiatek, 5 from Samsonova. 1 or 2 of those. I think there was 2 in one particular game when she got broken near the end of the match. So they were not well timed, if ever they can be. First serve in for Iga, by the way. That'll be disappointing for her today. 54% first serves in, whereas 62% for her opponent. But 70% of first serves won, 52% of second serves won. Look at that second serve points won statistic, though, from Samsonova, just 28%. That is not going to win you too many tennis matches, and certainly not against a legend such as Iga Swiatek. Swiatek hitting 21 winners to 16 compared to her opponent. She made 24 unforced errors, Iga, but there were 38 off the racket of Samsonova, which across straight sets is quite a lot. So, most important stat, of course, is that Iga Swiatek has won this match by 6-2, 7-5 to reach her first ever Wimbledon semi final. And now we focus on Mirra Andreeva against Belinda Bencic. 3-3 in that particular encounter. Three all, 15-all, by the way. See you, Jake. See you, Ghosty. So, 3-all, 30-15, Mirra Andreeva. Still waiting for someone to deliver me a coffee. And Andreeva, is that going to hit the line? No, surely not. No, just missed, 30-all. Game point here for Mirra Andreeva at 40-30. Ooh, nice shot down the line. Nice response there from Mirra Andreeva. Lovely response from Mirra Andreeva. Oh, has she hit that long? She has. Deary me, she was playing every point there, inch perfect, until that last backhand, which went long. How costly will that be? Nice serve down the tee there from Mirra Andreeva, though. She has advantage. Forehand here for cross court. Backhand again now from Andreeva. She sort of stood still there and watched that one. Backhand into the net from Bencic. 4-3 Mirra Andreeva. So, change of ends. In this one, 4-3 Andreeva leads. This, of course, now we know is for a place in the semi-finals to play Iga Swiatek. Thank you for all of you who are tuning in. Please do hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit subscribe. So Bencic here serving at 3-4. Very good, Jake. Good to see you hanging on anyway, Jake. Jake, where's my coffee? Come on, you know the drill. By the way, it's getting close to beer o'clock. I'll be switching this order from coffee to beer shortly. That shot there from Andreeva is going to go long, so it's going to be 15 love. $30-15 here, Bencic. $30 all. 30 all, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'll be around till about 3:30-ish. Okay, cool. So we'll see you for another 20 minutes. Could be enough to see out this Bencic-Andreeva match. Who knows? Could be enough for Sinner Shelton if Sinner retires after 5 minutes with an elbow injury. Okay, 30-40 here on the Bencic serve. John, hone in on this match. 30-40. Backhand return is not going to make it, is it? Bencic has an easy put away down the middle. She puts it away. Deuce. We've not had a break in this match yet. I think Bencic hasn't even had a break point on the Andreeva serve. I think Andreeva may have had 3 on the Bencic serve in the entire match. She goes further. Forehand return is pretty good from Swiatek. She's done it with a forehand return winner. Well, well, well. Take a bow, Iga Swiatek. Bencic has held, ladies and gentlemen. That was a tough hold for Belinda. Okay, so 4-all. Andreeva serving 15-all. Predictions times, by the way, ladies. Predictions for the matches today. Let me know about the predictions for the two men's quarterfinals. That'll be great. I'll go Djokovic in straight sets. And we'll go... You know what? Let's go Shelton in 4. Shelton in 4. How about that? Shelton in 5. Okay. Okay, Mirra Andreeva here, walking the tightrope. Bencic passes. Bencic passes, ladies and gentlemen. So 15-30. Bencic, of course, if she wins this game, will be serving for the match. Ooh, nice shot there from Andreeva. Now she's coming into the net. Lovely volley there from the net queen, Mirra Andreeva. I'm calling her the net queen because along with Bencic, both of these players have incredible net stats at this tournament. Of all the quarterfinalists, they had the most impressive net stats, I think winning 74% of their points at the net. I feel like Mirra has really boosted those winning points at the net. 9 from 12 she is. So both are 75%, I think, if I've got my maths right there today. So that is increasing their percentage just slightly. They are net queens. Serve down the tee is unreturned, and it's going to be 40-30. But it's now deuce. What a tightrope Bencic is walking right now. Nice return there from Bencic. She's going to have a break point. She's going to have a break point, ladies and gentlemen. Forehand slice back there from Andreeva. Forehand from Andreeva into the backhand of Bencic, which is going to miss. Deuce. Another break point here, though, for Belinda Bencic. For all. Break point Bencic. Down the tee. First serve goes into the net. Second serve. Pooh, that was a risky second serve. But the backhand's gone long from Andreeva. And Bencic, when she returns to the court, is going to serve for the match. Those are fire alarms or an ambulance. Are they ringing out on the 2025 Wimbledon campaign of Mirra Andreescu. Bencic is going to serve for the match when she returns to the court. Okay, so Bencic serving for the match. Well. That escalated quickly. Belinda hadn't broken Andreeva all match. But then she breaks, and now she'll serve for the match and a place in the semi-final. And a rematch with her 2023 conqueror, Iga Swiatek. Backhand here from Bencic is going to go long. So it's love 15. Bencic is the only Swiss player this century to defeat a top 10 seed at Wimbledon. She defeated Caroline Garcia in 2018. The soon-to-be retired Caroline Garcia. Of course, we have had the confirmation of Fognini's immediate retirement today. Bencic, by the way, misses down the tee. So it's a second serve here for Mirra Andreeva to look at. Her Wimbledon 2025 hopes are hanging by a thread right now. Backhand return from Mirra. Goes into the net. That's disappointing for Mirra. I was a bit concerned about her level in the previous round. I know she came through in straight sets over Navarro, but I thought the level shown in that match was not of the highest quality. Backhand here from Bencic. Backhand again from Belinda. Now it's on the slice, defensive slice from Mirra Andreeva. Backhand from Mirra. Backhand two-handed now from Mirra into the backhand of Bencic. Nervy point, this one. Forehand across court. Forehand from both players right now. And that's the forehand slice from Andreeva. Backhand slice from Mirra. Backhand into the net from Mirra, from Bencic. Okay. $15.30 here. Andreeva goes long, 30 all. $30 all, ladies and gentlemen. 2 points away is Bencic from a Wimbledon semi-final, replicating her deepest run at a slam. Into the rally. Is that going to miss from Andreeva? No, it's not. We're into the rally still. Andreeva feels like she's slightly up on this one, but now she's ceded that advantage. Forehand slice from Mirra. Got good depth on it. Another forehand slice from Mirra into the backhand of Bencic. Backhand slice from Mirra. Decent depth on that, but not much pace nor slice on these shots. But, oh, Bencic going close to the line there. Now it's Bencic on the attack. Andreeva defending. Bencic, low net clearance from both players right now. Look at that spin on those slices. Now it's on the forehand of Bencic, and she's going to go long. It's going to be a break point for Mirra Andreeva. Break back point. Okay. Break back point for Mirra Andreeva. Huge moment in the match, this. Huge moment. Bencic serving for the match here. 30-40 down, though. Forehand return from Mirra. Now it's on the forehand of Mirra cross court. Bencic going slightly bigger there, but Mirra defending pretty well, especially with that slice. Backhand cross court from Mirra. It's going to be too good! She's broken back, ladies and gentlemen. 5-all. As we see Sinner, by the way, and Shelton entering the court. Well, 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 ladies and gentlemen. Well, well, well. Five all. You can cut the tension with a cricket stump. Well, well, well. .30 love here on the Andreeva serve. She's raced into this. Now it's a 40 love lead. By the way, Sinner and Shelton are on court about to warm up. But, excuse me, Sinner and Shelton fans, while we just hone in on the latter stages of this second set between Mirra Andreeva and Belinda Bencic. Do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Belinda Bencic was serving. Belinda Bencic was serving for the match. Once Sinner and Shelton get underway, those of you tuning into that stream, I will be sharing the Sinner-Shelton score. Just seeing Sinner there with his elbow strap on. Andreeva holds for 6-5. This is where all the attention is right now. 1 hour and 53 minutes at 3:30 local time. 60 plus viewers on YouTube right now. Please hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe. How many likes do we have? Would be great to get to 100 likes on the Andreeva Bencic stream. Sinner practicing volleys there at the net. Is that Julia Roberts I just saw in the crowd as well? I could be wrong. By the way, I did not like her character in Notting Hill. Discuss. Ghosty, don't know, don't care. This is far more important. Well, yeah, it's more significant. Bencic here serving at 5-6 to stay in the second set. This is wild. Forehand chop return. Doesn't matter. It's going to be a second serve for Mirra Andreeva to look at. Ghosty, how many likes have we got? Are we getting close to 100? Oh, we must be over 50. Please tell me we're over 50. Good depth there from Bencic. She's attacking now. Thought about coming into the net and given her net prowess. Oh, the Andreeva backhand goes long. So, 15 love. Hello to all, says Yo Curtis on Twitch. Reese Ifans, yes indeed. So please hit the like button as we see Shelton and Sinner continue to warm up. Chop return is going to go long from Andreeva. That feels like a gift. Regarding Sinner and Shelton, they have a 5-1 head-to-head, which does include one on grass in the favour of Jannik Sinner. Their last meeting coming in Australia this year, at the Australian Open, which Sinner won in straight sets. I think Shelton was serving for that first set in Australia, but when he didn't close it out, that was it. Nice return there for Mirra Andreeva, but she does apologise. So I'm not sure if that was mishit, because I don't think it touched the net. 30-15. Are we going to go to 3 sets in this Mirra Andreeva? Bencic match. Oh, dear. Bencic, by the way, serving for the match. And she had match points against Iga Swiatek in 2023. So she has a painful Wimbledon history in so many ways. Forehand return is going to miss from Andreeva. So it's going to be 40-15. She swipes her racket in frustration in the air. 2 game points. A couple of gifts from Andreeva on return here in this match. Still waiting to see from our producer Ghosty how many likes we've got on YouTube. Please hit the like button, everyone. Okay, down the tee, goes into the net, does Bencic on the first serve. So second serve here to look at. Sinner and Shelton about to get underway on number 1 court. Shelton serving first. Meanwhile, Andreeva and Bencic. Is this match coming to an end? Or are we going to go to a tie-break? And then maybe come to an end. Volley there from Andreeva at the net. Smash from Andreeva, just pats it back. That was calm from Mirra. A panicking Mirra could have easily whacked that without realizing there was an open court. But she realized, patting it back. 40-30. 25 likes. That's not many, Ghosty. Please, everyone, hit the like button. We need to be getting to 50 likes on this video, given the wide audience we've got. Shelton and Sinner underway. Shelton serving first and Shelton going long on the forehand. So it's love 15 on the American serve. There's a pained expression on the Belinda Bencic face. Now, is that pain physical or mental. Not sure, but she's got a game point. Down the tee she goes, forehand return. I think if this goes 3, surely Mirra is winning it. Deuce on the Bencic serve. She needs that finish line as soon as possible. Pulling a face at her team. Hit that like button, as Ghosty says. 70 viewers on YouTube right now. Now, please, everyone, hit the like button. I will share the score shortly for Shelton and Sin on the screen, but for now, we can enjoy Andreeva and Bencic in this latter stages of the second set. Could be the latter stages of the match, of course. It's going to be a set point for Mirra Andreeva. Sorry, did I say set point? Game point for Belinda Bencic. My apologies. That Sinner elbow looks okay so far. Bencic holds for 6-all. Bencic holds 6-all. So we are going to a tie break. 3 sets definitely favours Mirra. I agree, yes. So, Andreeva to serve here. The first point of this tiebreak. Shelton has a game point, by the way, for 1-love at the beginning of the Shelton-Sinner quarterfinal. We're having a rally here. We're having a rally. Bencic on top. Bencic on top. Is this going to land in? Yes, it is. Bencic forehand. That was timid from Belinda. Bencic slice. Also pretty timid. Giving away the ascendancy here. Is Mirra Andreeva going to put the volley away? No. And she's normally putting those away, but she didn't. It was tricky. Maybe she should have narrowed the angle there at the net. I think she should have narrowed that angle at the net. Anyway, 1-0 Bencic. Second serve for Mirra Andreeva to look at. Forehand return from Mirra's decent. Coming into the net, Mirra. She puts that forehand away. Belinda looks like she's struggling right now. One all. Belinda looks like she's struggling physically and mentally. But that's a lovely forehand winner there from the Swiss. 2-1. Shelton holds on centre court. Sorry, on number 1 court. Remember, this is a place for the semi-finals up for grabs here, where the winner here will face Iga Swiatek after she won in straight sets over Sonova earlier on today. As I struggle to get words out of my mouth, is this going to be a struggle here for Mirra Andreeva? She's at the net again. It was a tricky volley from Mirra, and once again, it's a backhand volley fail from Mirra Andreeva. It's a volley foul, I should say. Two of the points that have gone the way of Bencic so far have been misplaced volleys from Andreeva at the net. Both were tricky, especially given the pressure. Decent serve there from Mirra. Oh, she's put the forehand in the net. Bencic, 3 points away from her first ever Wimbledon semi-final, but that's a gift. 4-1. Yeah, I've seen her limping a bit too ghosty, but I don't know if it's just fatigue or what. Anyway, 4-1. Belinda desperate for the finish line. Second serve here for Andreeva. She gets to 4-2 at the change of ends, and it's game on. 5-1, and she's staring down the barrel of the defeat. Forehand return is decent. Backhand from Bencic. Backhand from Andreeva. It's going to be good, but it's not going to win the point outright. She's going to do it, though, with a forehand, and it is 4-2 at the change of ends. So it is game on again in this tiebreak. 4-2. Bencic. Change of ends. Shelton, 1 game all with Jannik Sinner on serve. Of course, if it is 1 game all, it has to be on serve. Johnny boy, know your tennis. Net stats Ghosty were pretty healthy for both players. 75% they were at, but that was a couple of games ago. I think Mirra's would have dropped significantly after those 2 missed volleys. Ghosty's back, as is Jake. 80 people watching on YouTube right now. Please hit the like button, but also subscribe to the channel if you're new to keep up to date with all things tennis. The subscribe button is just below the screen. Okay, Bencic here serving 4-2. Forehand return from Mirra Andreeva. Backhand from Bencic into the backhand of Andreeva. Backhand Bencic. Forehand slice there from Andreeva is going to go long. And as soon as it came off her racket, Mirra knew it. She was disconsolate the second it came off her racket. She can't believe it. 5-2 Bencic. Bencic needs this finish line, both mentally and physically, as I've been saying throughout the latter stage of this second set. Bencic was serving for the match, but she couldn't get it done. We're now in a tiebreak, and Bencic is 2 points away from victory. Andreeva hit a serve, 2-5. Where are you going with the serve? You're going down the tee, but it's going to clip the net. It's going to be a first serve, though, for the Russian. I would say neither of Andreeva's shots have been that reliable today, certainly in the second set anyway. Andreeva here serving down the tee, missed by quite some margin wide. 2-5, Andreeva serving. Double fault, Mirra Andreeva. 4 match points for Belinda Bencic. Well, we talk about mistimed double faults. That could not have come at much worse a time. Of course, another one here would be ill-timed as well. 4 match points for Belinda Bencic for her second ever Grand Slam semi-final. Mirra Andreeva to serve 2-6. Where are you going with this serve? Out wide. It lands in. Backhand cross court. Forehand from Bencic. Forehand from Andreeva. Backhand Bencic from the forehand. These are not taking any risks on any of these shots here from Mirra. She's really nervous right now, as you can imagine, staring down the barrel of the defeat, especially as Bencic increases the aggression here. Bencic comes into the net. She's got a volley. She's got a smash to put this away for a place in the Wimbledon semi-final. She's done it, ladies and gentlemen. Belinda Bencic wins 7-6. 7-6. She's into the Wimbledon semi-final. She's grinning like a Cheshire cat. I bet you don't use that expression in the US. It means she's very happy. Hearts and kisses all round. Wimbledon semi-final. I feared that the Andreeva level wasn't going to be good enough to go all the way in this tournament. In that quarterfinal win she had over Navarro, I thought the scoreboard flattered to deceive. Anyway, Mirra Andreeva will be back some other time. But it is Belinda Bencic's moment. She will face Iga Swiatek in the semi-finals at Wimbledon 2025. Shall we have a look at the stats, ladies and gentlemen? For this encounter, of course, the most important stat of all is that Bencic has won 7-6, 7-6 here on centre court. So, stats attack. Here we go. There's a picture of Andreeva and Conchita Martinez before the match got underway. But stat attack. Here we go. Bencic in attack, 27% compared to 24% for Mirra Andreeva. Just the one ace from Bencic in the entire match, 6 from Mirra Andreeva, but 4 double faults for Mirra Andreeva, including one that set up those match points for Belinda Bencic. 4 of them she had, and she took it on the first. First serve in, by the way, for Bencic, 74%, and both players winning 73% of their first serves. But second serve points won. This is an interesting stat that Bencic winning 55%, whereas Andreeva winning just 40%. A healthy 83% of net points won, including the last point of the match, which was an easy smash for Bencic, 83%, 64% Mirra Andreeva. Okay, let's listen to Belinda Bencic right now.
Yeah, very tough. I have a lot of respect for her. She's 18 years old and she's performing at the biggest stage, already winning so many amazing tournaments, and she has a great game, a lot of variation. So I was studying really all evening yesterday to find a little bit of a plan what to do, and I think it worked out well. Of course, into tiebreak it's not easy. It's really just a small age. So I'm so grateful to be able to play on center court. Again, I think it's just my third time or something, so it's always so magical. Thank you so much.
You say it's just a small edge. I think there were no breaks of serve in the first 20 games. Obviously, there were the tie breaks, but that just shows the quality of the match. What do you think that small edge was? You're asking me very difficult questions right now. I'm not sure, on the court sometimes, in the end when it gets so tight, I don't think you are thinking anymore. I think it's just your body's functioning and your instincts kick in. And obviously it was so important to hold the serve because, of course, it's very frustrating. I felt like I was there on her serve, sometimes having 30 all, and she came up with a great serve. So, of course, you always have to, put the pressure on the opponent. And, I'm really happy I won today. How's the foot? I think it's my nail. It's always, my toe they always crack, and it's a life of a tennis player. So I didn't want to take a medical tiebreak, so you don't have to see this. Here's a much easier question for you. What is it like to have made it through to the semi-finals of Wimbledon for the first time?
Arms aloft.
Come true. I try not to think about it at the match point. I had troubles last time with the match points, so I'm just speechless. Honestly, it's just my second semi-final of a Grand Slam overall, and the first one at Wimbledon. So just speechless. So happy.
And the final thing, as many people here will know, many people watching will know, that you took maternity leave to have Bella, and now you're back. But you started the year ranked nearer 500 in the world. With this win today, you're into the top 20. You've got a semi-final at Wimbledon to look forward to. How proud are you of this return to tennis?
I'm very proud. Actually, I
all my career, I didn't say it a lot to myself, but after having Bella, I really say it to myself every day, and I think that changes a lot. But of course, I have to say it's not only me. I wouldn't be able to do it without my amazing family and also my amazing team. We worked so hard on the comeback. And we are just enjoying, life on tour with Bella, traveling. It's been beautiful to create these memories together, and obviously, to play great is so amazing. But for me, it's a bonus. So I'm generally just really happy to be able to play again. My body allows it. I'm proud of everyone in my team. Thank you.
Well, how about a huge round of applause one more time? First semi-final for Belinda Bencic.
Belinda Bencic. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, I do think it's time that we look forward to her semi-final. We've got Jannik Sinner against Ben Shelton, by the way. It's 2 games all on the Shelton serve. 30 all as well. But yeah, Swiatek against Belinda Bencic is going to be a Wimbledon quarter-final. Swiatek obviously winning today in straight sets. The head-to-head, by the way, between these two is 3-1 in the favor of Iga Swiatek. Let's have a quick look at the path to the semi-final for both of these two players. First of all, Belinda Bencic. She came through 6-love, 6-3 over Alicia Parks in the first round. And then in the second round, she had a 3-setter over Jacquemont, where she lost the first set 6-4, but quickly reset, rounding off the next 2 sets, losing just 3 games. But what an epic she had in the third round against Cocciaretto. That'll be the one that she remembers if she does go on to lift the title. Of course, she's one of the final 4, so she has to be in the reckoning there, albeit some might view her as the outsider against Iga Swiatek, and even the final if it comes up, particularly against Aryna Sabalenka. But anyway, yes, she won that tiebreak 10-7 against the Italian in the third round. That was an epic. She then came through in straight sets over Alexandrova and did exactly the same today over Mirra Andreeva. Just regarding that win over Andreeva today, though, of course, there were some volleys from Mirra at the net that didn't work out in that second set tiebreak. Also a double fault for Mirra Andreeva, which wasn't well timed, so Mirra may have just been a bit off it. I do think that Mirra wasn't really on it against Emma Navarro. I do think that was a deceptive scoreline in that particular match. But anyway, back to Belinda. She got the job done. Did look like she was struggling a bit physically towards the end. So particularly with the toe, or the toenail specifically, I think there would have been a medical timeout had that obviously been necessary, as that was getting aggravated towards the end of the match. That's something to keep an eye out in her semi-final with Iga. Iga came through, by the way, today in flying colours with a straight sets win over Samsonova. Let's have a quick look at Iga Swiatek's path to the semi-finals. That has included wins over Kudermetova in round 1 in straight sets, a 3-sets win over McNally, then a straight sets win over Collins, then a 6-4, 6-1 win over Towson. Her serve has been getting better and better throughout this tournament. Was a bit more vulnerable on serve today to Samsonova, but ultimately Iga coming through 6-2, 7-5. And so her semi-final with Bencic, of course, is a rematch of their Wimbledon quarterfinal of 2023 when Bencic had match points. I think she had a couple of them. And Iga prevailed there. 6-7, 7-6, 6-3. Previous wins for Iga came in Doha and in Australia United Cup in 2023. So they played 3 times that year, and Iga won all 3, it would appear. That one in Doha doesn't seem to have a scoreline, so I don't know whether that was a retirement from Bencic. Oh, maybe the Doha one didn't happen. Whatever, anyway. Strange website that we have, of course. What a surprise. The one win for Bencic came in the US Open in 2021, a straight sets win there. Previous to that, there was an Adelaide 500 that Iga won. So ignore that Doha comment. But basically, the one that we'll all be remembering and honing in on as we look forward to this match is that 3-set epic that Swiatek had in the round of 16. One of the matches of the year, that particular year, that Iga won. How do I see this one going? Well, there's a lot of factors, I think, in favor of Iga Swiatek. I think that she's serving better than ever before. I think she's playing better on grass than ever before. Of course, she made the Bad Homburg final recently as well before she lost to Jessica Pegula there. I think Bencic's run has been incredible, but she has been vulnerable, none more so than in that Cocciaretto match. Today, I thought Mirra Andreeva was off it more than Bencic was on it. Bencic was solid. She didn't break the Mirra Andreeva serve, though, until near the end of the match, and then ultimately was serving for the match. But physically as well, Iga has to be in a much better shape. And so, therefore, I expect Iga Swiatek to prevail in that semi-final, probably in 3 sets. Look forward to seeing you on the other side for the men's quarter-finals. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss out on all things tennis.